welcome back to Fuel Junkie Media. We finally got everything in to hopefully get this thing driving down the road, but the rain should be here in about 2 hours, so let's see if we can't get this radiator, fuel pump, and some of the knick-knacky things done so we can test drive this thing to find out, does it have gears? What else is actually wrong with this truck? Well, we're running out of time, so let's get into it. Alright, so we only have about 2 hours before it starts to rain here, so we're going to have to move kind of quickly. I'll do my best job getting camera angles and stuff that I can, but we do have limited time. So let's get this radiator open and go from there. Now, this is the most expensive radiator money can buy, because this is a race truck. Oh, wow, look at that. Wow. Only a lot of the fins are messed up. That's, wow. That's quality right there. Look. Only a fraction of the front fins are messed up. Wow. Electric fans. Fancy, too fancy for me. I can't lie to you. This wasn't the most expensive radiator. To be honest, it's the cheapest radiator fan combination I could find on the old rainforest.com. So it is what it is. I would never typically run something like this, but it's missing the fan and it's missing the radiator. So to replace both of those, I was looking at like $400 or $500 somehow. I don't understand how the radiator is $200 for this factory one, and the fan's like another 100 something with the whole assembly. So we're just gonna do something like this because this total was $200 on the old rainforest.com. Sadly, I know these fans are probably gonna fail, but that's okay. All right, let's get all this off of here. Now I found the cheapest thing that I possibly could to hold this hood up in hopes that it will fail and come down and crush me like a guillotine. That joke probably won't age well. You want your hood props to have a nice bend in them. That means that they have torsion on them. Oh, there's hinges already in here. Oh, there's already hinges in here? I could have bolted this hood up. Nope, don't get distracted. We're doing stuff. I'm trying to see if this thing will drive. Okay. Should we do the fuel pump first? Absolutely not. Golden rule, shiny parts always first. That is the golden rule. Am I gonna need a ladder? Goodness, this truck makes me feel short. They're back. Now, when you do stuff like this, you want to make sure to leave the carburetor open so everything can just go down into the engine. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Oh, goodness, look how pretty that is. Oh, that is way too nice. It's way too nice for me. That's fine. All right, now that we have our radiator install kit, aka some rubber I found in the back corner of my basement to get it off the metal, let's get this thing installed. Professional job, professional job. Now we gotta get some of this rubber under the radiator. Don't scratch it. Oh, that fits almost perfectly. Almost perfectly. Keyword, almost. All right. A little bit of a tech tip is, so let's say I want to go through this hole right here. Well, going down straight is going to be very difficult. So what you can do with a zip tie is you can take it, you can fold it, crease it, right? And then you can fold it, crease it again. So then you're starting to develop a hook. Fold it and crease it one more time. And you can see now we don't have a straight zip tie. So what it's going to do is when it goes in, it's hard to see, when it goes in, it's going to naturally kind of find its way back out, which makes it when you're feeding these zip ties through, especially when it's a very difficult place to get to, it just makes it to where it's a little bit easier to get it to fish through things that it doesn't normally want to fish through. Instead of just having a straight zip tie that then you're in your fingers trying to get it to come back out through the hole, and it doesn't want to because it's going a different angle. And you can bend them all different kind of directions to kind of make it to where you can feed them in ways that most people don't ever think of. I think zip ties are the new duct tape and baling wire for sure. If I can't fix it with a zip tie, I don't want it. That's mounted forever. That is beautiful. That's professional. That never needs to be touched again. Typically not a fan of these flex ones. They're really not the best hoses. They have a lot of fail points, really, in all these ridges. They like to just fail and then spring one leak, and then they leave you on the side of the road a lot. But when no one has anything in stock, you know, and we're going out of town, and for some reason, the missus doesn't want to leave this in the driveway. Wow, that's going to be a hideous bend. Wow, that is just hideous. Well, again, it is what it is. All right, get some clamps, get some clamps. All right, some clamps out of here. Oh, you're kidding. Please tell me these clamps aren't too small. But the guy at O'Reilly's told me. Oh, that is just going to absolutely barely fit. Let's go. The rains are coming. It's gonna have like 3 teeth. Yep. Daily driver. That's what this is gonna be. Whew, it is hot. We should put this on before we put the hose on. Act like we have at least 3 brain cells. But you only have 2. I said act. Yeah. The nice thing is, when you get a hose that's way too long, the nice little bend right here will help hold the radiator in place. I mean, yes, we have great mounts, but sometimes you need every little bit of help you can get. When you have this much horsepower, all the horsepower. This is the old radiator hose because I was trying to be cheap. Surely it will blow out within 10 minutes. The question is, will this original radiator hose outlast this rainforest.com radiator? No one got your rainforest.com joke the first time. Amazon. Amazon's the rainforest. Okay. Should we put water in it before even doing the fuel pump? Yes. Look how shiny it is. Of course, let's add water first. All right, let's go get water. All right, so we're gonna put this in first. Found it in the back of the basement, and it's actually green. I know what you're thinking. We're blowing the budget. That's true. Oh, making a mess. That does not smell right. It's probably been back there for 10 years. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Hello? Needs more. Be right back. This is kitchen sink water. This is too good for this truck. Nope, show truck. There. Well, I can't even see it yet. How many are you gonna take? I'm gonna get yelled at. Keep going up into the kitchen to get water. Oh. Oh, no. You're making such a mess. Not even gonna be able to tell if this thing holds water because I've made such a mess here. Please don't take another one. I don't want to go back upstairs. We're gonna go get one more of these, and then we'll start on that fuel pump. Hopefully the last one, because it is starting to sprinkle. The weatherman lied to me. What? Weather people never lie. What are you talking about? They're never wrong. They never lie. You just live in Georgia. And it is always wrong when you live in Georgia. Good enough, we'll have to burp it once the truck's running. Now that we've completely covered the ground in water and just made it to where doing the fuel pump's gonna be a lot more of a nightmare, let's get started on that. Okay, let's go. Celsius, not a sponsor yet. Let's be honest, the second they ever saw what I did on this channel, they'd be like, huh, you mean ever? Not a single one. Nice. There we go. Size 11. Ugh. For everyone out there saying, that's not a size 11, that's a 7/16 or a 9 whatever. Fractions are hard. Don't come at me with fractions. Okay? You're implying I went to school. That's not very nice. Guess we're gonna find out what camera equipment is rainproof. That's fun. Why did I put the front clip back on? That's a way better question. Again, I feel like you guys are coming into this with expectations that I'm smarter than I am. You just go ahead and get all of those expectations out of your head. I can see clearly now, we won't beat the rain. I am very concerned that there's water on top of my intake. You should be more concerned that this is the wrong fuel pump, I'm sure. We'll make her work. Oh my gosh, who uses these clamps? What hack put these clamps on here? Who worked on this last? It was me. I did it. This is for sure gonna be the wrong pump. The real question is, have we escalated to a drizzle? That's what I want to know. We're fine. It's only going to leak a little bit. You want to do things as right as possible when you're doing them wrong. Do I stop if there's lightning? I don't know anymore. Well, now that we got the line off the old one, and it's definitely not kinked right there at all, it's fine. I guess let's just go ahead and put this on the new one, because we're just being extra smart today. Oh yeah, that's a good connection. That's smart. I'm glad we're doing this the right way. Weren't you trying to make this your daily driver? Yep. Yep, it was. I think we're a long way away from there. Where is this water coming from? Let's just act like we didn't see that. Oh, there's water back there now too. Where are you leaking from? Where's the leak? Huh? You're not leaking from right there. You know what? Let's start you up. Let's start you up and you can tell me where the leak's coming from. How about that? Okay. So let's do this. Okay. All right. Let's go get the battery and see what happens. That there. Try to remember how all this goes. And this in there. And it is starting to rain. Fantastic. All right. Let's see what happens. Ooh, it is in gear. It is in gear. Thank God she did not start. Well, now that the truck is out of gear, let's try this again. Ooh, that is hot. Ooh. Sparks and gas. Sparks and gas. Nothing's funner than sparks and gas. Oh, it is starting to actually rain. Fantastic. We are running out of time, running out of time, running out of time. It is legitimately starting to rain. Do we stop for the night? What to do? We're so close, I feel like. But yet so far. Put more down the old yapperoo. Come on. Oh God. Oh, that was a lot. We're not getting frantic because it's starting to rain. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. All the camera gear is getting tested. Come on. Why is it not accepting gas? I don't know. All I do know is it's starting to rain. Starting to rain. It has been starting to rain. Just big drops. Probably a huge storm coming. Actually, for sure, a huge storm coming. Come on, baby. Okay. Well, we're going to have to call it because now it is starting to very much rain. All of my tools and everything's out in the rain. Fantastic. So it's been about 2 weeks and 20 degrees since the last time we got rained out on this project. Apparently, Mrs. was not a fan of me skipping our vacation we've had planned for a year. Luckily though, in that meantime, we got a bunch of shiny new parts that came in, so we're gonna slap those on today. I'm sure everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna run great, and we're gonna be fine. Drive this thing around the neighborhood. Keep in mind, this isn't a TV show. Your life isn't either. You just gotta fit it in when you can. The big question is, what was I doing last? What was I doing? That is the million-dollar question. Oh, that's gonna hurt when it falls. Oh. Why does this truck make me feel so short? Alright, so what was I doing? What was I doing? First things first, let's take it out of gear. Yeah. Probably smart. Everything's fine. We're fine. That doesn't seem like a problem. Alright. So now that we're just about back where we were 2 weeks ago, I got gas in my hands again. Gas down the carburetor. Let's give this another whirl. Probably forgetting something. What? Put gas down your carburetor. Oh, I didn't hook up the ignition. Oh well, we're getting more gas. Oh my God, that was a lot. That was, oh, that's gonna be a big fireball. If it starts, that's gonna be a big fireball. Hopefully it'll start. If not, big fireball, win either way. Pump is still not pumping. Why is it not pumping? Could that be it? Is that our problem? Is that so twisted that... that might be our problem. Yeah, that's not bad. That is so kinked. That might be twisted off. that fuel line might just be twisted. Well, when you're in a rush, you do typically end up missing things. It happens to the best of us. Why, honestly, sometimes it's a lot better to just work on things when you have the time and not just, you know, force your way through them. Oh my goodness, that is making a mess. Definitely making pressure. Yeah, I do believe that this is definitely part of our problem. You can see how pinched it is in there. I don't know how hard it is to see on camera. We see how this line has obviously gotten caught at one point and twisted itself to where it's kind of like a kink. I don't want to do this. I mean, it should be pushing some fuel, but it's definitely a restriction. Had to go to the parts store, make a run, and then buy tools I know I already have that I couldn't find because I can never find anything. See, that one is a little bit more straight. So let's put this one on, see if that helps at all with our current problem. Probably not, but you know, you never know until you try. This thing's obviously just gonna purr right to life. Alright, so let's put just a little bit down the carburetor. Wow, or a lot, whatever. Alright, now that your hands are covered with gas, let's play with some sparks. See what happens. Well, now that I'm absolutely covered in gas, you know what? Let's disconnect the battery. I can fire it, but not when I'm completely covered in fuel. And yes, you're probably wondering why I'm using this. It's the wrong wrench, I know. The problem is I can't find any of my tools ever. Quick tip, if you ever have something stuck, if you take it and you kind of tap it like that, kind of act like you're your own impact, it really helps break things free. So next time you have something stuck, instead of just really, you know, trying to pull on it, give it a little tap. Works with a hammer, works with all kinds of stuff. Let's see, what are we gonna find? I mean, that filter's not that clogged. I've seen much worse filters. Or is it getting fuel up here now and I'm just being dumb? No, we can't take that out of line. Got a whole bunch of crud in here. See the restrictions in here. I mean, I've seen way worse filters still work. You're going back in. You got a long life ahead of you, filter. Did they put it in backwards? Maybe? Was I not paying attention again and they put it in backwards? Anything's possible at this point. My working theory is that the float is stuck. We're gonna dump some more gas down the vent tube. Okay. Doesn't matter if it's Snap-on, Harbor Freight. They all work just as good as a hammer. I really don't want to tear into this thing right now. Okay. All right, I just need you to run for a moment. Come on, baby. Oh, it's so hot. Let's get a jump box on this battery. We actually get her to turn over properly. All right, so ground. Needed it up here, so I have to hold more things. Yep. just replace the whole thing. What other carburetors do we have? Okay, now we got the battery. Ow. Get the battery charging. Oh, this carburetor is barely freaking bolted down. This is what you get when you buy a truck from somebody in the backwoods. Oh, is this all stripped? Oh no. Fantastic. Yep. Yes, it's just everywhere. We should really disconnect that battery right this second. You know, but a fire would be exciting. Oh, I feel like there's so much stuff wrong on this truck. Oh, that is nasty in there. How does this thing even run? All right, so I know absolutely nothing about this carburetor. Other than it's been sitting on a shelf. Don't know where it came from. Don't know what it's off of. Don't know anything. All I know is for some reason I have it sitting around, and we're gonna see if it'll bolt up. It does, you know, looks newer. Doesn't mean anything when it comes to carburetors though. Let's just see if this one will accept gas before I go any further. All right, if we can't get an answer off that much gas. Woo, it's warm today. It is hot. I don't know what's worse, the rain coming in or how hot it is today. I do know how hot it is. Goodness. Okay. Now that we've made our 12th trip to the parts store, we can start to get this project actually moving. Every project takes at least 12 trips a day to the parts store to get knick-knacky things. So just keep that in mind when you're planning out a day, because it's always something silly. Like the battery cable you forgot to get, or the hose clamps you forgot to get, or whatever else that you need that you don't see coming. The question is, do we put the ground cable back in the same exact position, or do we move it to a better spot? And really that's a question of laziness. How lazy are you feeling? Me, right now, after 12 parts store runs for miscellaneous things that I didn't think I was gonna need, pretty lazy. I'm thinking right back in the exact same spot. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking take this ground cable, this junk, see you bye. We got the battery in there charging. Well, when I say charging, I mean on the highest setting my battery charger has. The key to that is knowing when the battery's done, when you have it set that high. And basically, when you start to smell rotting eggs, that sulfur just burning out of there, that's when you know that's a good battery right there. The other thing is, when you're doing grounds, you definitely want to make sure you have good contact. And with an old rusty motor like this, it's definitely good to have fresh metal. Great thing to do is get some sandpaper or Scotch-Brite pad, scuff it up a little bit. We're not doing that. Just gonna take this fantastic wrench, scuff it up, just so it has just enough connection to mess up and make me angry, because that's what you want. All right. Hey, look at that. That cable's the right size. Let's go get the battery and see if it's any better. Okay. Really has that smell of rotten eggs. That's how you know she's good and charged. All right, let's see if that works any better. Okay. Do ground cable. It definitely like that. Good deal. How did it just fire up with a new carburetor? Wait, no, I put gas in the carburetor, I think. We need more gas. Why don't we just make this a bigger fire hazard? Is that what we want to do? A bigger fire hazard? I think so. No. We don't have enough cameras to make it a bigger fire hazard. Remember, the golden rule is the sketchier it gets, the more cameras you have to add. So if you don't have more cameras to add, you can't make it sketchier, okay? Pretty simple rule. All you have to do is follow it. Oh, that's our spark plug wire. Get off the, ow! Ow, it's hot. Let's put this hose back in there. Make sure it's not touching the bottom. Maybe it just has too much suction. Oh, that hit me right in the head. Knew that truck wasn't gonna age well. Did nothing to change the scenario. Fantastic. Did I put it on so quick that I didn't line the bolt up? It had pressure earlier. God, I'm scared to do this. No. Oh, that was dangerous. So it has gas up here. Okay. Gas up top, so... Okay, let's just try to keep it running. Okay. Oh, that's another spark plug wire just melting away. Okay. Alright, so we finally have gas getting up to the carburetor and possibly a fire. Alright, so we gotta have a place for the fuel cell, which means we need a place in the bed to kind of put it. The question is, will this bed hold me? Oh God. Oh, this was a mistake. Okay, just be quick. Let's just hurry. Oh no. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it doesn't fit. Oh no. Oh, the deeper you go, the more wires there are. Yeah. Oh no. It's still going. Oh, look at that. Look at the score. Do I leave the leaves, so it's gas and leaves for the best fire. I guess not. Oh, there's so many ants back here. That's what was all over me. I need a broom at least. This is, oh no, that hood fully fell. Yeah, that's a problem. Now that that crisis is averted, let's just rake out the bed of our truck. This is probably why the neighbors question me so much. I guess to the average person, I probably look pretty crazy. Oh, now that I can see the bed, it's even scarier being in it. Oh, God. Oh, there's so many ants. Oh, gotta go. Get out. See, this is where a step side comes in handy. Because when your bed's full of ants in your old truck, you can just look at that. Some regular old Home Depot plywood. Can I poke a hole through it? Oh my God, I almost can. Okay, let's not touch that again. Oh. Now that we've stolen the original gas tank out of Phase of the Blazer, let's see if we can get this thing plumbed in. Now that our fuel line is barely attached, let's go ahead and just... All right, now that we got the tank all set up. All right, so we got a 3/8 hose coming from that tank in the back to a 5/16 in the front. Everywhere I looked didn't have an adapter for that. I don't know if they were just looking in the wrong place or what, but what I did find is this fuel filter, which I hate these, but it goes from 3/8 to 5/16. That's all that matters. So we're just gonna put this in line right here because this is gonna come off soon anyways. So it doesn't really matter to me. And see, the placement's perfect so that when there is a fire and it sprays gas all over this thing, it just takes it all with it. So that placement means I get to actually see it happen. So that's great news. So now we just gotta take our 5/16, put that in there. Feel like, you know what, loop. There it is. Now it's right by the cabin. Now we're getting dangerous. I will end up rerouting this. Let's go ahead and get this hose off of here. All right, so that's on there. Just take all this extra fuel line and put it underneath the battery because that'll be fine down there. Ooh, let's put gas in that tank in the back. So we don't have a throttle return spring. Next best thing, bungee cord. Because I've been to O'Reilly's 10 times today. I'm not going back. So we're gonna take the bungee cord. Take it like that. Plug it down there. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a nice pedal feel. Nope. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's gonna work nicely. Couldn't find any of my small zip ties, so I guess we're just using the real expensive ones for something that's gonna be on there for all of 5 minutes. Is that the smart way to do things? No. Should you do them that way? Absolutely not. Is that what's currently happening? Yep. Yep, it is. Wow, who did these spark plugs? All right, let's see if that throttle pedal's gonna work. Oh, I think we got a pedal. All right, so we're just gonna do what I would recommend you never doing, which is taking some tape, putting it over these. It's really not a fix you wanna be doing. It's really something just to like, I just wanna feel the clutch go in on this thing and just feel that it actually has a transmission and just see kind of what else we're looking at getting into. So I'm literally just gonna put tape over this guy for the next couple minutes. I would not recommend doing this though. All right, let's see if she'll just fire up. Oh, that was aggressive. Oh, that was aggressive. I barely let that clutch out. Whew, that's scary. I thought we were going to the trailer. Whew, that scared me a little bit. Okay, so she's got a transmission under her. So, okay. Now we just got to refine a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. All right, so just to recap, just in case you weren't paying attention, we have a fuel tank, ratchet strapped in, fuel line, loop-de-loop twice around, no hose clamps on anything, a battery not secured down, nothing has hose clamps on anything, and we're gonna take it for a little test drive. If it can make it around the yard and back up, we'll call it a success and pressure wash it. Oh, she's rolling. Let's see if she'll start. Oh, this is. Okay, so we have brakes. Oh no! Oh, she doesn't want to stop! Ah. Ah. Oh, Jesus. That was terrifying. Oh boy, that was so much scarier than I thought, and I thought it was gonna be scary. Whew. Oh goodness. There you have it. Even with a bungee cord as our return spring for the carburetor, a whole bunch of stuff not done right at all, we were able to drive this thing around the yard, even though that was even sketchier than I planned it to be. Honestly, now I think we're just gonna pressure wash this thing up, actually get it clean now that I know that, you know, the rest of the drivetrain does work. And then once everything's clean, we'll probably go through and refine a whole bunch of stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that's definitely way more JR rig than even I'm comfortable with. And that's saying something. But after sitting for who knows how long, front clips not bolted on, and all the other miscellaneous problems, we were able to just drive this thing around the yard and find out that this is gonna be a good truck with a lot of work. Let's get to cleaning this thing. She deserves it. just like that, with a little bit of our spare time, now we have a running, driving sort of project. But to be honest, I love the way this thing looks wet. This is exactly the look I'm going for. I want to put all the money under the hood and make it a running, driving, reliable truck for 2 reasons. 1, so it doesn't get stolen, and 2, so I can go through some backwoods finding other projects without getting robbed. So I'll probably jump over to Vice Grip Garage's page, get some of that shine juice, see if we can't lock this look in. But I couldn't be happier with how this has gone. And always remember, a drive a day keeps the therapist away. And you're never going to get there if you don't get out there and work on your own projects. So get started on them today. I know it's a pain. I know you don't have time. Get it in there when you can. Just get out there and start on it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.